Hello, this is Cesar Rodriguez, and over the next few minutes I'm going to share with you a little bit about how two powerhouse companies have gotten together to be able to offer two solutions to two of the biggest problems that are facing North Americans today. Now, the first one we've all heard about. You know what? Identity theft. Who hasn't heard about it? It's the fastest growing crime in America. 27,000 people a day are being victimized by this crime, and 1 out of 8 households are currently being affected, and that is according to the Federal Trade Commission. Now, what does our company do that's so unique? Well, what we do is we actually put a full protection program. We put a full shield of protection across you and your family. And the way that we do it is by, number one, we give you credit report. Now that's pretty easy. We just do that to make sure that you indeed are you. All right, the next thing that we do is we continuously monitor your accounts. We notify you of anything new that might indicate identity theft hits your name. We're going to notify you if there's any address changes, new inquiries, any derogatory notations, anything that might indicate identity theft. We're going to flag that and let you know about it, so that way you can make sure it is indeed you. But here's where our company doesn't stop. See, most companies just stop there and they'll give you, and when they say restoration, that means they're just going to mail you a little packet. Our company does full restoration. See, Kroll Worldwide, the company delivering this program, is actually a 38-year-old plus company. They've got 60 offices on 6 continents, and they are the world's largest risk management investigative company. Now, what they can do that no other company can do is they actually can do restoration. I'm talking full restoration, where they will take care of that situation for you so you don't have to worry. All right, if you were to be a victim of identity theft, all you have to do is let them know. They step in there. You don't have to spend the 600 hours that would normally be associated with fixing your identity statistically, or the thousands of dollars. Our company will step in there and fix it for you. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody else does what Kroll Worldwide can do. The next major problem. Listen, we live in the world's most litigious society, yet we have the least affordable access to attorneys. At $200 an hour, most attorneys can't even afford to hire themselves. But what our company does is we've basically spent the past 38 years building a nationwide infrastructure of the top attorneys in every city and state to be able to provide you unlimited access to attorneys at very affordable rates. What our company's actually done, Prepaid Legal Services, Inc., again, a company that has been documented in Forbes, Fortune, Money Magazine, one of the fastest growing companies for the past 7 years in a row, according to Forbes Magazine in their top 200 list. Ladies and gentlemen, I could go on and on and on about the documentation, but the bottom line is the company's publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, extremely credible, and we don't have that much time because it would literally probably take an hour for me to just scratch the surface of how much positive press is being said about this company. Now, why is that? It's because we offer something that is really helping people, and in today's economy, people need this more than ever. What our company is actually going to do is we're going to give you unlimited telephone access to top quality attorneys. So what you're going to do is you're going to actually have a membership card. Anytime you have any type of situation, you're going to be able to pick up the phone, call them up, dial a 1-800 number, and just literally tell them what your situation is. All right, and they'll write letters and make phone calls on your behalf on top of that. So not only do they give you consultation, they write letters and make phone calls on your behalf. They'll review your contracts and documents. So before you sign anything, just say, hey, listen, I need my attorney to review that first. Fax it over to them. They'll go ahead and review those contracts and documents, and they'll even draft you a will. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a will is about a $500-some value in and of itself. I'll share with you a couple of quick little stories about how I've used it, because when I first took a look and heard of the word prepaid legal, it really didn't get me excited, because I figured, why do I need to start prepaying for something that I've never even used before a day in my life? But what I realized, it's not that I never used or needed attorneys, it's just that I never used them, because at $200 an hour, hey, we're flat out programmed to know we're not going to pick up the phone at $200 an hour for a $159 problem, like I actually had with my cell phone company. Not a situation, it was about $159, and I tried selling it myself and fixing it, and I got on the phone and talked to this cell phone company for about 2 hours, and I went from department to department to department, manager to manager to manager. And after a while, I just got fed up, and I said, look, you know what, are you not going to fix this situation? They said, Mr. Rodriguez, there's nothing we can do, it's a corporate policy. I said, okay, fine. I picked up the phone, called my attorney. They wrote this nice little letter, and the letter basically says, this cost our client the sum of $159.48. Your check for this amount sent directly to our client would be appreciated. Now, they wrote a whole bunch of other legal mumbo jumbo, but the bottom line was that was enough to get the result, and they basically said, cell phone company that said it was a corporate policy and they couldn't do anything, contacted me back saying, please accept my personal apology for any inconvenience this matter may have caused you. I will process a refund of $159.48. And in addition, I've ordered a holster for your phone at no charge to give me a free little hip holster. And I've upgraded your service plan to one that includes an additional 1,000 anytime minutes per month. And I've given you an additional, on top of that, 500 anytime minutes per month because we value you as a customer. Now, let me tell you something. When I tried handling it, nowhere. The minute an attorney gets involved, all of a sudden, I got a solution. And I've got dozens of stories of that alone. I've actually used the service over 100 times. And most of them is just preventative measures, getting advice, having them write letters, make phone calls, like this one where I had a situation where I had something negative on my credit. I called up the attorneys, they wrote a letter, I challenged it, and actually it's pretty funny because I think when 50 attorneys on the top of the letterhead got to this car company, they went ahead and stepped up and did what they needed to do the first time. But it's amazing because sometimes we can't handle these situations until an attorney gets involved and lets them know that we mean business. I had another situation where I was ripped off by a cab company, over $20. It was totally blatant, but there was nothing I could do about it. But out of the principle, I just called up my law firm and they wrote this wonderful letter, and the wonderful letter shot to that cab company, and all of a sudden they refunded me the $20. Again, it wasn't about the money, it was about the principle. Imagine never being able to be taken advantage of again and always having the protection of knowing that your money is your money and no one's going to take advantage of you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a fraction of the things that I've used the service for personally. Now I know, despite my, charm, charisma, and rugged good looks, I am not an actor. I am not a paid spokesperson. I am just a very passionate independent associate about this program. All right, so I like to share my personal stories. On top of that, they'll also go to court for you if you ever get any speeding tickets. Imagine that. You get pulled over, all you have to do is fax in the ticket. They'll go to court for you, represent you, and that is no cost out of your pocket if you were to ever get any speeding ticket. Now, the court costs and fine, that's you, but the attorneys are taken care of. The attorney's fees are taken care of. Now, I've used the service tons of times in this situation. You can see here, got a little speeding ticket, and when you flip it over, it was dropped down to improper equipment. Got another one here, improper equipment. All right, got another one here, voluntarily dismissed. Got another one, voluntarily dismissed, no court costs or fines to pay on this one. And this one, disregarding a stop sign, they again were able to get improper equipment. Now, wherever you go, wherever the ticket is, they have attorneys in this nationwide network that will go to court and go to bat for you to help fix these situations. Now, before you start judging, I do a lot of driving, and some of these situations, I'm pretty sure, I can tell you as a fact, I've been pulled over and ticketed 13 times. I have never been to traffic court. Every single one of those situations, they've gotten voluntary dismissal or improper equipment. I don't know what that means to this day, but what it does mean is I've not had to go to court, and I have a perfect driver's license, no insurance points, no insurance increases, and no points on my license. So prepaid legal alone, one ticket a year, I think pays for itself, right? So the next thing we're going to do is if you ever get sued or audited, we're going to be right there in the courtroom with you to help to protect you in those situations. Now keep in mind, these are top-rated law firms. How are we able to get such high-caliber law firms? Well, they get about 1/3 of all of the membership premiums in that state. I know in my state alone, they get about $700,000+ a month to handle my situations as well as the other members. So some law firms here around these states get paid over $1 million a month to be prepaid legal providers. And the way that we get the top rated ones is we pay them a whole lot of money. Just because you don't pay them a whole lot doesn't mean that they're not getting a whole lot of money. So on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you actually have full access to your attorneys if you ever need them for any type of legal emergency. All right. And my favorite part, last but not least, anything else that may come up, you always know that you're assured that they're not going to leave you out in the cold. They're not going to say, hey, listen, we don't cover that. They're going to give you at least a 25% discount off what they normally charge everyone else. So keep in mind, this could be the same attorney that you would have walked in, called out of the phone book, and paid full price. But because you called prepaid legal first and they referred you to that attorney, you got an instant 25% discount. So that covers things like divorces, bankruptcies, DWIs, drug-related situations, and any type of situation. Now, plans do vary state by state. Make sure that you get with the person that actually sent you this video and showed you this to get the exact plan coverage details and for more information. So if you'd be interested in getting the service or you have questions, again, just get back with the person that invited you. Again, my name is Cesar Rodriguez. I appreciate your time. Hope it was enlightening. Take care and have a wonderful day.